The best way to study is to take practice tests. And if you can't find good practice tests, build your own and learn while you do it using the Learn My Test study tool. It's absolutely free at learnmytest.com. And check in the description to take a practice test that I made using the Learn My Test study tool. Just click on that link. All right, so I'm going to talk about Gestalt principles. And one of the more interesting things about Gestalt principles is they help us understand perception by breaking down our whole experience or perception into parts to help us understand it. And I think the awesome thing about Gestalt is that there are very simple rules about how we perceive visual information that we can apply in broad ways to how we think and behave. And I'll try to point these out as I go through some of the examples. So the figure ground perspective is that we generally perceive one thing as an object and the other as a background. So we're generally looking for the center and the background. And so here you can see there's like this kind of pole in the middle, and then these two black spots would be the background, or there's two faces, one right here, and this white space would be the background. But either way, our brain kind of goes to what's the central figure in the picture and what is the background. So the law of similarity, so why don't we just see 36 circles here? Why do we see, we see a white row, a black row, a white row, a black row of 6 circles. That's what we see. And we see them in rows. We don't see them in, oh, I've got a row or a column of alternating white and black circles. We see white circle, white circle, black circle in a row. And this kind of shows you that we tend to group things alike that are similar. So we group these circles because they all look alike, and then we group these circles because they look alike. And we obviously also do this with people. We tend to group people by how they look. And then referring to the last sample in the figure ground principle, we tend to try to assume things about their background, even if we don't really know where they come from or don't have that necessary information. Our brains may try to get interested on people's backgrounds or where they're from. And so that it seems like that's just a natural thing that we do as far as thinking. And so I'm going to jump ahead to the next one. This is the law of proximity. So instead of seeing, just 36 white circles like this, when we look at this, we see three groups or sorry, yeah, three groups of 2 columns of circles. So and we see that we see 3 groups of 2 because these 2 are close together and this one is further apart, and then these 2 are closer together, and then there's a gap that makes these further apart. And so we tend to perceive things that are closer together as part of a group, whereas we perceive things that are further away as not part of a group. So the next one is the law of closure. And so here we see a circle and a square, even though we don't have the circle that's fully connected. So we have parts of it that look like it might be a circle if we connected all the lines, or this looks like it might be a rectangle if we connected all the lines. And our brains just tend to naturally fill in the information about something. And I think sometimes our brains try to do that in general. Sometimes we have limited data about people and things, and we try to fill in the blanks and make a judgment about something when we have limited information. And a lot of times we are right when we do that, but sometimes we end up making faulty judgments. Thank you so much for watching this video. Remember, the best way to study is to take practice tests, and if you can't find good practice tests, build your own and learn while you do it. If you like this video, hit the like button and hit the subscribe button to stay up to date on our most recent content. Thank you again for watching.